Hello, my name is Blake Nelson and I'll be presenting for Team Succinct, the Mountain Man Brewing Company, do bring in the light. My team consists of Gina Zell, Kathy Hart, Rogers Earl, and Ramesh Vindalur. So our agenda today, we're going to talk about the issues confronting MMBC and what our recommendation is right off the bat. Then we're going to take a step back, discuss the core components of Mountain Man, what are the market environmental issues that they're encountering, and why is the decline happening? What are the options, and what are our recommendations, and how did we get there in our conclusions? So the executive summary. MMBC's revenue has been declining due to competition, substitutions, and declining beer consumption. After careful study, we recommended adding a light beer brand that is completely new, with a new name, new advertising, etc., would be beneficial to them while still leveraging Mountain Man's history and status in the region. So how did we get there? Well, MMBC has been family owned and operated since 1925. They have a very deep roots within the community. They are highly valued. They have a good market share and loyal customer base. They have a top position, and they've been rated best beer in West Virginia for 8 straight years. So they really have a loyal company, loyal customers for the company, and they have a lot of value within the area. So the purpose of this study: determine the feasibility or profitability of a light beer line, try to reverse the declining sales, develop a new product without cannibalizing existing products. Was the status quo doing nothing? Is that an option? So what are the contributors to the decline? What are the factors that are contributing to this decline? Well, wine and booze or spirits are becoming more prevalent. A lot of wineries, new craft spirits, moonshine that's actually legally brewed, that kind of thing. The changes in the demographic are another one. Kids are getting younger, or people are getting younger. The population's getting younger. More kids are drinking wine and spirits. They are going to spend more money. Beer's allowed in retail stores, so it's a lot more advantageous for the bigger brewers to go ahead and promote their beer and advertising in stores, and they have access and reach to a lot of other markets. So with that said, in that competition, we have had a 2% drop in revenues, and with our projected revenues over the next 4 years, assuming that same 2% drop, our revenues are going to start to decline and decline dramatically, and something has to be done about that. So where do we focus our efforts? Well, like I said, the population is getting younger. First-time drinkers are 21 to 27 years of age, are drinking a lot more. They are 27% of beer consumption. As our Mountain Man Brewing Company's loyalty customers are getting older, we need to focus on first-time drinkers. We need to focus on that younger group. They spend twice as much as the 35-year-plus demographics. Light beer category is also 50% of sales volumes in the beer industry. So what's the appeal of light beer? Why should we consider light beer over maybe other craft types of beers? It appeals to younger drinkers. Appeals to women. I mean, think about it. I go buy, maybe a IPA or a lager, and I might buy some light beer for my wife or some of the other people that don't particularly like that. I don't believe that's cannibalizing. That's just expanding your brand, expanding your reach. Frequently purchased in bars and restaurants, something that we can go in and grab more market share from. It's a newer, faster growing product category. Light beer is taking off faster than other beers. Like I said, it's demonstrating consistent growth, and it's going to offer choices to our customers. So where do we fit in this market? I think we've shown before that we are in that second tier beer. We're not quite a craft beer with our own little brewery and store. We don't compete directly against the major beers in volume, but they are starting to, the light beer that they produce is starting to eat, we believe, our revenues. And then import beers is part of the competitive landscape that we have to deal with. So our competition, what are they doing? The major domestic producers are 74% of 2005 shipments. So we're in the second tier domestic, we're about 12.5% as a whole. We need to keep as much of that market share, if not try to increase that by adding more to our branding with a light beer or something else that we might consider. So introducing Mountain Man Light Beer, what are the advantages? Well, we could see an increase in revenue. We don't have a low investment in the equipment. We can utilize some of the idle capacity within our organization today, and it's going to cater to that growing market segment, which is key. The disadvantages of product cannibalization. Is it going to eat into our Mountain Man Lager beer? Brand erosion. Might not meet sales expectations, which would increase in revenue. It's in a highly competitive arena. So those are the things that we've had to consider. So introducing light beer under a different name, not Mountain Man Light. Maybe it's something brewed by Mountain Man, but has its own brand and its own identity. We would be able to, we believe we can increase revenues with that. We can cater to that market segment while not having brand illusion. Again, the disadvantages of a brand new name, a brand new label, is advertising costs. Cannot leverage strong brand name of Mountain Man. We could still leverage it being brewed by Mountain Man Brewing Company, so there might be some less of a disadvantage in that than we think. It's a tight market for new entrants. Feasibility of a new product. We believe these are the costs of putting together a new product with a new label. Advertising and SG&A being the biggest costs that we are going to incur. So here's some of the numbers that we came up for what revenue we could expect. Selling premium beer at the equal price of light beer. We're not going to sell it for a lesser price. We believe we could still sell it for $97 a barrel, and we could sell about 520,000 barrels. With that, you can see the numbers here. We believe that with 4% growth, we could have market share in 2007 of 20 million barrels with an estimated revenue of $4 million, almost $5 million. With that, we can see our net revenues rise pretty well over the next 5 years up till 2009. So again, our recommendation. Introduce light beer that does not carry the Mountain Man Light name. It would be brewed by Mountain Man Brewing Company, but we would have a different branding for it, thus setting it apart. Cater to emerging markets of younger beer consumers and the female population, get into bars, get into local colleges, do promotion that targets those demographics. Expand customer base that does not have brand loyalty. Try to get folks that maybe their folks were drinking Mountain Man Brewing Company, introduce them to a new Mountain Man Brewing Company beer, but not with the same labels, so they're not equating it with the old man beer, that type of thing. So what we would do is introduce Mountain Man Peaks beer or Mountain Man Sunrise, to be determined. Additionally, save on advertising by leveraging Mountain Man's brand name. By that, we would have its own name, would be Mountain Man Light, it'd be Peaks Beer by Mountain Man Brewing Company. So we would try to leverage what we've done in the past without destroying or infringing on Mountain Man Brewing Company. So with that, I think we have decided that doing that is the right thing. Doing nothing, obviously, is a going out of business strategy. As we can see, our revenues will just be declining. So if there are any questions, please send them to eCampus. Thank you very much.